This first poem is entitled, Hands. Step back. Step back, I say. And take a look. Impaired vision. Life drones on. Passing out of childhood. From the very beginning there was time. Or wasn't there, and then again. Time. All wasted on useless ideas. Itself a useless idea. Things existing without point. Like a directionless arrow. Point. What could be the point? And what direction could it take? Just ask yourself. The window shade has fallen before your eyes. So close your eyes and look outside at this invisible war. Blood spilling on the ground so silent. Silent ground. Cracks in the earth. Cracks formed from hundreds of years of conflict. Your enemy, your friend stands left. Same for the right. Right. So far they seem. But only inches from your foes. Extend your hand and wait. Response. Reaction. And his. And his. And hers. Across the water. Hands. From mountain stream to mountain top. Hands. Through the flaming deserts. Hands. Through the rains and storms. Hands. Through the wars and through the peace. Hands. Through the wishes, fallen dreams. Hands. Through the clouds and through the stars. Hands. For the angels and their demons. For the beautiful children lost in raging seas of malice and illusion. Hands. In other worlds. Hands. In other times. Hands. In every mind and every heart, in every hill and glade. Hands. In every soul, the very soul. Hands. In every race, creed, and color. Hands. Through a world of conformity. And the harsh rule of modern-day kings. In the king of country. Hands. All across the valleys. Places hidden and long forgotten. And all of worlds taught as myth. By myth. Hands. It wouldn't be something you couldn't feel. Only what one might deny. One world united once again would stand as thus. One. And one is all it takes to open the shades of the mind's eye. And take hands with thy enemy. Hands. This next poem I call Vision. I saw them in a field. Intrepid dark green blades. Jutting up from hollow soil. Of holy ground. An omnipotent mass of contrasting coalescing, color. And power. Rising up, far up above the graves. It was a period of life between space and time. A period of purity and nurturing. Of the mind. The concepts behind the concepts. What cannot be explained you already know. And have forgotten. It was the dawn of new life. Or was it simply the dusk of the old one? There was movement in the stillness. And great silence in the shouting. The magic spread from here to there and there to here. Then back again. Oroboro. And I was there to witness the miracle. The spreading of great wisdom from futures past. There was a mountain in the vision. In my vision. It materialized in the all-knowing field of grace. As if its ageless beauty had been ostracized. By some unbelieving creatures. Creatures whose significance could be answered only by time. Time so timeless and a greater spirit. Immense. Yet decrepit and rotting away. Moss covered its water and well-worn steps. Its rocky surface no longer as impenetrable as its wisdom. It was weak. But it knew. And around this monument, for truly a symbolic monument it was. Did dance the fae, and children, 100 more long since gone. We were one, says a drum's deep voice, which thundered across the deep and twisting sky. Now we are billions. This voice I did hear. It was as if it never were. As sudden as the lightning and as strong as the cooling tides. But it told a story. The story of a peaceful nation. Attacked by a deadly virus. Eyes of flaming red it had. And everything it touched it took. And took, and took, and took. Like the hate of God's mad followers. But only the mad. It screamed in fury through the weapons of war. A weapon of war. And fangs not your own. It would twist a soul and fracture a mind. Draining all of sanity and sense. Blood fell to a downpour. Until at last its partial thirst was quenched. And the only survivor fell weak. There was a mind however hidden. That this demon could not reach. The Great Spirit itself. And the Great Spirit called to the newborns. When a new society was birthed, no amount of dreaming or the magic of the centuries could overcome the beast. The Great Spirit would speak to the children in visions. It would be at the water edge as they gazed upon, and cast their stones at the rippling reflections, in the whispering midday wind, watching, protecting, teaching, nurturing, preparing. And then one morn and a million more. The restless slumber was disturbed. And so began the slaying of innocence once more. Destroying nature and its vast knowledge of life. And universal law. And spreading with its boiling, soiling blood. An unbreakable illusion. So I speak to you now, says the drum's voice. As I did at your birth. I tell you to go far beyond the dreaming. You are dreaming. Far beyond the worth of worthless possessions. You're possessed. To quest within and reach the deepest confines of your own soul. Until you find me. You and I. You alone can conquer such a demon. Because I am the you without separation. And as one world, one nation, one people, one soul. We will throw off the reins of the vile, savage hulk. That is called. And with that the children vanished as if they and the monument had never been. And had always been. And the world began to twist as undulate. As the glorious mountain vision crumbled into dust. I stood silent and strangely knowing. As the restless grave called and screamed my names. But were suddenly silenced by a thundering crash. The rain pounded like angels' tears against my window. Lightning struck in the distance again and again. As if to make a point. A quintillion thoughts raced through my mind and my being. I saw a woman cry upon the slippery streets. And seething, sleeping souls. I saw the sweet color of swirling rainbows as I spoke aloud. The name that now I know. I know. To the great beast. A deformity in now all of man. Is all of man. An ever-growing gap in the reality we do not know. And have ever known. A crack in the starlit sky above the angry clouds of youth. And deep, deep illusion. So horribly simplistic spoken to me through ancient drums. In a vision I've forgotten 1,000 times and 1,000 more. This next one is a tad lengthy. It is entitled, All That Is. Do you believe in the heart of gold? Or in yourself? Do you believe they put a man on the moon? And believe that we can fly? Or we should try? Do you believe in the good guys? And the bad? Or the moon is made of cheese? Or solid or a dream? Do you believe that we aren't slaves to our society and our mind. Mind. Do you believe in the mystery of our earthly duty? Children of fate, of faith, or hate? Should you believe in the beauty that you are? And you are. Do you believe in the heavens and the hell? Or just the one you sit upon at current? Taken by the current? In God and death? Or life? Or after life, believing that you lived it? Do you? Can you believe that the all-knowing astral guides exist somewhere in the unforgiving universe? Could you believe in unforgiving yet? Do you believe in evil or in good? Candles without shadow. Knights and the chivalry of ages. Only in ages past. Or the impetuous kings upon whose boots they kneel and grovel to pledge their undying gratitude? Or is it fear? Do you believe in the governing bodies and what they've done for the people or to the people? Do you believe in the violence and the hate? Believe in what it teaches and preaches and reaches? Or the terror spoon-fed to the mass mind before and after? Do you believe, could you believe, would you believe in universal love and law? Can you, will you, won't you believe it can happen? What about time and consequence? Coincidence? Do you believe that a poet and their song can make the world sing? Can make the world bring itself home in a single slippery second of non-conflicting harmony? Do you believe in the music? What it says and when it screams? What it finds in you? Even the dance is music. Making you move, making you feel, making you remember. Do you believe in war and peace? Or war and peace? Are either truly possible? Do you believe in the sickness and health? For richer or poorer? Kings and paupers separate by the vastness of oceans and standing face to face. For better or worse? Do you believe in the planets and the galaxies and stars aligning, never ending, ever spinning? In your soul or in your eyes? Do you believe in your country? Or just the country? In the mind? Intellects and fools and ravers all the same. Do you believe in gay or straight? Or that there really is a difference? Perhaps gay should be contagious? Do you believe in loneliness and pride? Or just the illusion in which they hide? Can you believe that we are all spirits? Children playing on the same playground. They and we call it the universe. Do you believe in the wind and the message that cries upon it? Civil rights and human rights and all the rights forgotten by what's left. Womanhood and man. Humanhood, it spans the gap of everywhere we are and everything we'll remember. Do you believe in fighting for peace? Or that there is a place where you can go in silence or marching to the beat of your own drum? Night and day. Science and magic. Hemispheres of the same brain. Ghosts and time and space. Stages of life in which every soul connects. Everything must end and begin its end in the beginning. Again, and again, and again. If you believe there is no end. If you believe that everything is a symbol or a lesson we must learn. Do you, must you believe in the sadness and the pain? The madness of the vain? The anger and the fear? Are you sure they're really there? The forgiveness and the sin? And a judgment at the end? Do you believe in the voice of your country? In the black and the white? That there's the wrong and the right? Or just the left behind? Do you, must you believe in the oppression and the depression that listens closely in the circles and the cycles, in the light and dark respective, in the power of love and the flight of the dove, in the human touch, Is it far too much? Or not enough? Dreams and rainbows. Screams and arrows. Can you, must you believe in the will of yesterday and tomorrow? Insanity or sorrow? Mistakes from which we cannot learn? Walls behind which we cannot learn? Or yearn to burn within? Do you search for truth or glory? Will you tell your story? Are there things we cannot see? Are there things we cannot know? Is there a place we cannot go? Do you believe you're reading this? Or are you writing your own story? Do you believe there is really anything besides yourself to believe in? We are, we carry, we sing. All that is. Here is a shorter one I call The Beauty of Sadness. Sadness lies but in the eyes of she who would behold naught but its pain. In the eyes of blindness, sadness cover the sunken, shallow face of cold, and holds its grace for ghosts and heroes, long cast from the stars. It is but the nightmarish intent of tears that fall upon a bloody earth that masks the emotion as our will to feel it. The power, the passion, the fury of moonlit hours holding peace against the shadows. Brave night, wrap your arms about me, like a spider's legs about its prey. But I weep not for my own devices, for silence waits only to be heard, and the heart waits only for its equal. That is enough for now. I only have a couple more, but I do not want this video to go on too long. The next one will be quite short. It is, however, one of my favorites. So long for now, friends.